Hey guys, Roxy Sims here, and I have another speed build for you today. Today I am building a Spellcaster's swamp. I am building it, of course, because it's spooky season, but more importantly, I am building it because I am part of an absolutely massive collab. It is called the SIMHAIN Collab, and it is being hosted by the incredibly talented Sadie Sim. And if you haven't checked her out, do so. You will not be disappointed. She is so great at just taking regular things and turning them into something else. I just love her. Anyway, she's hosting this huge collab. I am recording this about 7 days, like a week before we are releasing it. So I don't have the exact number of people who are participating in the collab, but I think it's somewhere along the lines of like 100 simmers. It's massive, and it is a bunch of just super talented simmers. I can't even begin to list them all because there are just so many, but believe me, if you look at the list of all the simmers that are participating in this, you are going to know quite a few of them. There are some really big simmers on this list in this collab, so I'm really honored to be involved in it, and it's been very fun. It's just, it's just for the spooky season. The whole collab is basically to build a house for a spellcaster or a mermaid or a vampire, anything that's like an occult sim. I'm sure Sadie Sim will have like a playlist of everybody's videos. Definitely go check out that playlist because I'm sure, I've been seeing some like sneak peeks of other people's builds. You will not be disappointed. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to watch them all myself. And I'll probably have like a link to that in the description of this video if I can remember. But I will do my best to definitely have that link. All the builds will be coming out sometime on October 31st throughout the day, all on our like respective platforms. And then, yeah, I really, like I said, I can't wait to see them all. It's going to be a very exciting day with lots and lots of spooky builds being revealed. I chose to do this build for a spellcaster, specifically a spellcaster living in a swamp, because I've had this idea for probably like 2 years, and I've just like been putting it off. And so whenever I joined this collab, I thought, well, perfect opportunity to finally do my, creepy witch in a swamp build. This is one of those kinds of builds that maybe isn't so menacing during the day, like it's almost like a fairy tale cottage kind of vibe going on, but maybe like as it gets a little darker, as you get a little closer, you see how dilapidated, you see little signs that maybe something is off, it gets a little creepier, that kind of thing. Like it gets really foggy too. Well, it's always foggy in this swamp. I put those little what are they called? They're kind of smoke bubble things in the water of the swamp. And then I also put some chimneys down in the water, so those will create smoke fog kind of thing going on. Just as long as you have the fireplace in this little cottage lit, then those will create smoke as well. I also changed the hue of all of the light fixtures on this lot, and I added a few of them on the outside as well, and I changed them to all kind of have like a green hue. So during the daytime on the outside, you can't really see the green hue because it's light out, but at night it definitely gets a little green and creepy looking. So yes, this place, it definitely gets scarier at night. But if you think about it, most things do get scarier at night. My house, when it's daytime, not scary at all. My house in the middle of the night, walking around in the dark, that is a little scarier, So I think that's the consensus across the board is things are just scarier at night, and this little spellcaster's swamp cottage is no exception. My house has been extra scary at night lately because with it being spooky season, there are a ton of scary movies playing on all the channels, and it seems like every time I turn on the TV, it's a scary movie, and then I end up getting kind of like sucked into them, and just like wanting to watch them because I really do like scary movies. Even though they freak me out, I'm not too freaked out by them, I'm not so freaked out that it stops me from watching them. I'll still thoroughly enjoy them, and then I just get freaked out, hours later in the middle of the night. So I like it. I like the scary things during, watching it is fine. I've also been listening to a creepy podcast lately. I just heard about it. It is called Snap Judgment Presents Spooked. So the actual podcast is called Spooked, and it's basically this podcast where people will describe their own scary things that have happened to them. And it is pretty creepy, although I really love it. I love podcasts where the person will describe their own experiences. That's such a good kind of format for me. I love that. And then I'm also just really into anything scary or true crime. I like that kind of podcast as well. So I am really digging this one. If you have any suggestions for any like really good podcasts that are kind of in the creepy / true crime realm, let me know. Or if you have any good book suggestions that are kind of in that same, area, I am looking for some good books. So any suggestions for those, definitely leave them down in the comments. Have you guys watched any good, scary shows or scary movies lately? Because I haven't really watched anything new except for The Haunting of Bly Manor, which that was not scary at all, actually. I thought it was going to be scary because the first version of that was, it was a little creepy, and then this one was not really at all. Which some people really didn't like that it wasn't scary, but I didn't mind it. I actually really liked the show. It made me cry at the end. I don't know why I like to cry, but if a show or a movie gets me to the point of crying, then that normally means that I really liked it, so that I actually care about it. So that's a good sign if I cry. And that show definitely made me cry. I thought it was really sweet, actually. You don't think of a show named The Haunting of Bly Manor would be sweet, but it definitely is. I liked it. But I am looking for something with a little scariness in it. So, and again, if you have any suggestions for scary shows, I'm just looking for scary anything. Books, podcasts, shows, movies, whatever. I had a lot of fun while I was decorating this build, or should I say cluttering instead, because really that's what I'm doing. I wanted this place just so full of stuff because I wanted it to kind of lean towards maybe you don't know how long this spellcaster has been living in this house. Maybe it's been a very, very long time and she has accumulated a lot of stuff. That kind of thing. And, I wanted there to be lots of, I go through and add, of course, all the normal things, the cracks and the cobwebs, and just like wanted the place to look really dirty and decrepit and old. So I just lay really heavy into that. I also wanted it to look kind of like nature was taking over a little bit. So on the outside, you'll see a little bit later, I put like grass growing on the roof, and then I put a few vines kind of growing on the place. I just wanted it to look like it has been around for quite a long time. It is really starting to look and to feel like autumn outside here, and it is making me so happy. I'm loving it. I love when it starts to cool down and you feel that, that cool breeze in the air and the leaves changing, and, I just love it. This time of year is just the best. And I've been going on lots of hikes lately. I went on some really, really incredible hikes with awesome like rock formations and like a huge bluffs and like where you can see these incredible views. I've just been spending a lot of time outside lately, which is kind of my favorite place to be. I even got to go camping for a little less than a week, and it was really chilly at night, which is fun, you know, to hang out around the campfire. And we even kind of cheated a little bit because I got a campsite that had electricity. So I could even hook up a little space heater in my tent, so it was like really cozy warm in the tent. So I just had a really lovely time. The outside is just the best. Anyways, back to the build. I was thinking earlier that, you know, normally the inside of the build is the most time-consuming place, the place that's like has the most to do, except for when you're making a swamp. The outside was a lot more labor intensive than it normally is. At the, you know, the part of the video where I am kind of decorating outside, putting all the plants and everything, I do skip over a lot of it because a lot of it is very repetitive. So I didn't want to have you watch me like place lumps of grass for 30 minutes straight, so I cut out a lot of that just to streamline it, and but I had lots of fun doing it, and I just put a ton of stuff. And there are a lot of really cool trees, especially from Jungle Adventure, and it has all these like hanging drooping vines from them, so I just filled the place up with those. I'm just really excited about it. I had so much fun. And I'm glad I am finally checking this to-do off of my list. I haven't really decided if this spellcaster is a bad spellcaster or not, if she's evil. I'm kind of thinking that she is. I think she's very naturey, very into nature, but I'm thinking she definitely has a bad streak. So I hope that comes across. I put, you know, like little creepy things here and there, just to get a little bit of a spooky vibe. Speaking of spooky, while I was editing this, I had my computer, my laptop, just sitting at the table, and I was off in, you know, a different place in my house doing something. And you know the creepy music that's playing at the beginning of this video? That it started playing. So it just started playing all on its own, and it freaked me out because at first I didn't recognize the song. I just hear ding 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 ding, you know, very creepy music playing. Oh my gosh, I ran into the kitchen because it's sitting at my dining room table, and I was like, whoa, I turned it off. I'm like, thanks for giving me a heart attack. Oh my gosh. And I figured out what happened. It was rendering. And then whenever you render your video, it starts playing it from the beginning. But I had forgotten that I started rendering it. It was so scary. But like I was saying earlier, I've just been listening to a creepy podcast, watching creepy things. So I was just on edge. Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys about the new pack that is coming out. I am so excited about it. It is called Snowy Escape, and so it's all about like snow sports, you know, skiing and sledding and snowboarding and things. But it's set in a Japanese-inspired world. So I am so incredibly excited about this. Now, today that I'm recording, it is the 24th, so I haven't watched it yet. But on the 30th, by the time that you're watching this video, the live stream for Snowy Escape will have already happened, because it's happening on the 30th. I am so excited. This is like the most excited I've been for a pack in quite a while. I can't wait for that live stream. I can't wait to know more about it. Tell me what you guys think about it. Are you even halfway as excited as I am? In preparation for that pack, I have been studying so much, studying all kinds of Japanese architecture and design. I'm just like chomping at the bit. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I think that pack comes out on November 13th, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, November 13th cannot come soon enough. One of the things that I am just the most excited about, it's just one of the things. I'm excited about lots of things about that pack, but one of the things is that we'll be able to have customizable platforms now. So we'll be able to like make a stage, like in a bar if I want to have a little stage for people to play their music at. Then you can make that without having to do that weird thing where you raise the foundation and then you delete part of it, because that was just a bummer to have to use. So now we won't have to use that. We can just use the platforms in the game. And my guess is that it will be one of those things that's added to the base game and not just something that you'll get only if you own the pack. I think everybody will have it, but that's just my guess and we will see. But I'm hoping there'll be a way to have really tall platforms so that I can do more of a split level house. But again, we just have to wait and see. Well guys, we are pretty much finished with this video. Make sure that you go check out all the other videos that are part of the SIMHAIN collab by Sadie Sim. They are going to be amazing. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope to talk to you all again very soon. Bye everybody!